Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have an instrument cluster video, this time working in a 2009 Mazda CX-9. This is for a local customer here, Expert, let me see, Dallas Expert Auto. They got this instrument cluster with no fuel gauge operation. So they brought the cluster to me, and I'm now doing the test for them. So I'm going to now show them that we have a full operational gauge. Right now I had it reading almost full. I had the information right now here saved. It says that this actual cluster has two levels sensors. They have to read in between 9 to 11 ohms full, around there, and then 178 to 182 ohms when it's completely empty. All right, so I'm going to just to show you the wire diagrams. One second, let me close this picture. All right, so these are the original wire diagrams. I have it in color too, but it's not really much of a difference. That's the connector, and actually that's the way it's connected to here. So that's almost like looking at the instrument cluster from the back. This uses, it's pretty simple. It uses a ground and one F. There is no numbers in here, all numbers and letters, but they're all one, and then W, U, and so on, as you can see here. So 1B is power, 1F is ground, and then the signals for the fuel level are in 1D, which is the common ground. The actual cluster supplies the ground for both of those fuel level sensors, and then one signal is in pin 1M, right here, the P, and the other one in 1R. I also have the color wire diagrams, which I actually saved too. Let me make this a little smaller so we can fit this on the screen. All right, so this is all. As you can see, we have two fuel level sensors, and they actually are connected. So if you have, Said, if you have any problems in the vehicle, I want you to make sure that you have both of the sensors connected. If I have one disconnected, it will not work, and I'm going to show you that in here in a second. So again, we can follow. This goes to 1R, then the common wire goes to 1D, and the other wire for the other level sensor is in 1M. Power, the only power that I see is, and it is in 1B as I mentioned, and it shows in two grounds in here, but realistically it's only one, is in 1F. That is the one and the 1B, but I forgot which one I'm using, but I check to the back of the instrument cluster. I have the actual cluster open up, as you see. I perform the repairs, and now again everything is working. Right now I'm supplying 10 ohms of resistance, so you see three wires in here, so two wires are together into the output, and the green is the ground. So I got everything connected in there on the back, the ground as I mentioned it in the connections. These actually can talk and we can read full codes, but realistically they have no problems on communication, just on the fuel level. All right, so I'm going to change the resistance. I'm going to go over to, try to go over to empty, so around 170. So in order for it to work in here, because otherwise it's going to take a long time to read empty or so, I'm just going to power it off and now power the instrument cluster back on. It does a check of the cluster, and now as you can see is reading empty. All right, I'm going to do that now one more time. I'm going to show you that I have indeed 170. I'm going to change that to 10. Actually, let me go over to kind of like halfway. So 170, yeah, like 90 should be around half of the reading, right? All right, so let's do that. Powering it up. Come on, don't make me a liar. Let me move this over. So 170, let me put like 120. And let's do it again. I didn't see the sweep this time. Yeah, now I did the sweep. It's still showing empty. This is very, very sensitive to touch because my connections are not like fully seated. Let me go back to full again. So let's go back to 10. So that one is reading good. The only thing I can think of is not liking the resistance because since I had the two connected into one, and obviously in the tank, you should have two different resistors, right? Or variable resistor. That's kind of like the same SWIP in there. So it's a little hard for me to go into middle. So let me, oh, actually, you know what? The higher is the lowest. So that's my error. So let me go over to like 50, just because of two sensors connected into one. All right, those you see the SWIP, and we can see how it's kind of like moving a little bit. You see that what I mean? So it's only the gauge is working good, and I'm not sure if you guys can pick that up. I'm going to get as close as I can. Sometimes the lighting or the reflection is not that good, so let me turn this lamp off. I'm trying just to see if you guys can see the needle. I'm going to power it on, but I hope that you can see the needle going up and down, and that is a check on the needle. So I'm going to power off. I'm going to go again now to empty. Hopefully you see the needle move. I'm going to power off. I'm going now over to full. Again, this is a test. I'm going to 10 again and then power it on. And we can see the needle going up and down and now going into full. All right, so hopefully that you guys pick that up because this is exactly his concern. So I'm going now to reproduce kind of like a problem, right? So I'm going to remove from here one of the signals, and I'm going to power up the cluster, kind of like you have an open on the wire or a bed level sensor, right? Or level, yeah, on the tank. All right, powering it up, and that should be now full, right? And it's empty. You see, I'm still on 10, which it was full. All I did was unplug one of the signals. The problem is if it's not there, it's not going to complete the the um, the circuit, right? So I'm going to plug there back in. I'm just going to show you that I'm plugging just one wire. I'm not touching the resistance, so this should go over to full. And let me power this up again. You saw the SWIP in there, and now the needle going up to full. All right, so again, this is a test after repairs for this shop and to show that now this is fully operational. Thank you so much, Dallas Expert Auto, for trusting in Mike Salazar Diagnostics. Thank you so much for all of you that are watching the video. If you have any instrument clusters in any module on the vehicle or automotive or marine, please don't hesitate. Let me just take you over to my website. Make sure that nothing else is in there. Oh, I can show you. These are the diagrams are colored. All right, this is my website, Mike Salazar Diagnostics. My name is spelled M-A-I-C, salazardiagnostics.com. In here, if you want to send a module and you're not from Virginia, you can click in here. That white box is clickable. That will download a Word document for you to fill. You can fill all your information, part numbers, bins, and everything that I've asked in there. If you want to email me, just click on email us. That will open your email browser, and then we can start a conversation. And if I need more information from you, or from the concern or the vehicle, that we can gather all that before you send the module. This is the shipping address right here, and I also have this button in here. This is a chat. If you open that one, please make sure that you fill the information, name, address, or sorry, name, email, or telephone, so I can contact you if I'm away from the computer. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.